Welcome back to another video with your boy Shaw. In today's video, as you can see by the title, we're going to be going over basically a market recap. I haven't done a market recap video probably since like sometimes the last month or even like the month before that. So let's say like September-ish. I feel like I have not done a market recap. Let's actually really go. Let me look. Let me actually go see when was the last time I actually did a recap. Like I'm like, bro. I was thinking about it today. I'm like, bro, I should do a recap. It's long overdue. Excuse me. Excuse me again. I gave you breakdowns. So this was 3 weeks ago. So it's still basically like roughly a month. But like an actual market breakdown 2 months ago. Yep, 2 months ago. Dang near 2 months ago. So without further ado, we're going to be going over that with SPS 500. Specifically, a lot of volatility in the market this week. Really, you would dang near think it was like in the P week because of all the red folder news, all the high value news that came out for GPs, Euro, US dollar. It was really like insane. And the tone was set starting on Tuesday. What happened on Tuesday, I'm gonna go over that actually in the video, but what happened on Tuesday literally kind of like set the tone for the week. And then Thursday, of course, came and set another tone going into next week. So I'm gonna give you a market recap of how the markets move. And then we're gonna talk about potentially. I'm gonna give you a setup. I'm gonna give you a setup. I ain't gonna give you a setup because I told y'all what we gotta do to make that happen. But I'm gonna give y'all basically an idea of what I'm looking for next week. And then I feel like it's one more thing I want to tell you before we start this video. Oh, posted this on my Instagram, but I'm feeling generous. I was trying to figure out a debate how I was gonna get back for the holidays and whatnot, and I actually decided. So instead of worrying about the Signal chat, so people that's interested in joining the Signal chat, obviously you have to be an Academy member to get access to the Signal chat anyway. But right now the Academy is $750. So for those from the whole month of December, starting now from this video whenever I drop it, if you purchase the Academy, you will have the NDC's chat included within that Academy price. So roughly, really, when you think about it, you basically paying. Because the value of the Signal chat is basically I think it's at 300 right now. I think it's 300. So yeah, so basically you're paying 500 for the Academy and then 250 for the Signal chat. But now it's just all in one. Versus you paying 750 for the Academy and then turning around and have to pay another 300 2 weeks later, or within that same day paying another 300 just for the Signal chat. So good luck. You got to what I say, the 29th. I think that's what I said. Got to the 29th. Once 29th hit, it's over with. So now that that's out the way, without further ado, let's go hop right into this video where we're going to be going over the SPS breakdown and how the market was just moving. But so it's only right that I started off with, let me read this. So I started out literally just looking at the news. So like I said, you had GDP news on Monday going into Tuesday, aka all the core, the CPI news, Bailey speaking and saying like the way all these red folders is looking, I'm like, bro, you would literally federal fund rates, like, come on, bro, you literally think this is in the P week, and we're like in the middle of December, not even the first of Friday anymore, and then you got all this volatility happening in the market. So this correlation here, everything that you're seeing here, is what correlated to what happened here, 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 and then so on and so on to start the overall downtrend. Alright, so it's like, where do I even begin? Where do I even begin? Because there's really so much I could really pack into this. Right, so two things. It's really so much how I can pack into this. I could talk about the overall trend, how it's been dropping since last year. I can talk about it's like, dang, it's like, can I say this for another video, or can I give y'all all just like analysis and everything I'm looking for? I'm gonna say that for the end of the video, and if I forget, just remind me in the comments, and then I'll make another video. Just finesse your predictions and just overall trend for the new year going into 2023, right? So look, as you can see right here, I always tell y'all we do support. I'm always looking for the lowest point, and then the highest point to start the week. From there, that kind of give you like an idea to gauge on, right? So when we're looking at this breakdown, here's Monday's results. Okay, Monday took off, It's kind of like still slow, still kind of chilling, and then we got us a breakout. Then through the night we got us a consolidation on SPS 500, right? Big old consolidation. We already talked about SPS and zones. If you're not hit to how I traded with the zones, I think I damn near taught y'all. I didn't teach y'all my strategy, but I taught y'all basically good enough to where if you could pay attention to the videos, the previous videos, you would know. So it started consolidating through the night, and then all of a sudden you got this big bullish candle that took off, right? And it's not no typical 200 pips, 100 pips. This thing took off literally for 1,000 pips. So you might be asking yourself, like, dang, like if you're somebody that don't trade news and you're like, bro, what in the world just happened? Tuesday, what happened on Tuesday at 8 a.m.? Tuesday at 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m. CPI news, all this red folder news came out negative, right? It came out negative. And you know the rule of thumb is if news come out negative, or when you come on Forex Factory you see negative, you think that's sell, right? So why did it take off for the buy? I told y'all before, I told y'all about how like the market likes to take off. Like you would think it's doing one thing and it'll do the other thing. But I always tell y'all, if it's a sell, if it's negative news and you start seeing a bullish move, just understand if it takes off for the bull, it's letting you know that it's setting up for a sweeter entry so it can drop and get the best price to enter in for the sales, right? That's when people be talking about like, oh, the market movers, or oh, this is the bank flooding the market, pushing it up so that way they can make the most out of their money to enter a sale right here, right? So however you think about it, whoever's watching this video, like however you process it, how you like to think of it, cool. Me, once they push it up for the buy, I think I'm pretty sure we caught this buy setup on US. It was like US 30, SPS, and NAS 100 if I'm not mistaken. But it was ridiculous. Like the market was moving ridiculously. Like it took off for the buy. What goes up always have to come back down. But the way it pulled back, you wouldn't have think that the downtrend was coming, right? So if I come down to the lower time frame, it was like it dropped. It was consolidating for the most part, and then it just started tanking. So not only could you have caught 1,000 pips going up, if you're paying attention, that's 1,000 pips going back down. Right? This is 1,000 pips. So if you pop in a dollar lot, that's 13,000 going up, 15,000 coming down. Like sheesh, like sheesh. But y'all don't hear me though. This is how you be having on days where it's like you make a 20K in a day, 15K, 30K in a day. But it's just all about your risk management, all about patience and understanding when is it actually time to enter, right? So like if you know the news is coming out, pay attention to that. So this kind of really already took off. It took off at 8:15. And it's crazy. I used to say this all the time. The market kind of show you in a weird way, like it give you an idea of where it wants to go. I'm gonna say that again. It gives you an idea of where it wants to go for real. You just gotta pay attention to it. So like before the news even came out, like even around here around 6, but let's say I didn't even go off based off of 6. If I was up around 3 a.m. doing London session, you see it came to the zone, okay, bounced off of it, came back, support, came back, wick, support, hammer doji, boom. Then it started pushing up for the buy. This indication right here was that you know that it was still in a uptrend market. So now that it starts to push up, we get closer to the news coming out. You got 8 a.m. Obviously, nobody can predict this candlestick just taking off for like 500. This is probably like this is probably like 400 pips. Nobody can predict that, right? But that next candle, when the news actually came out, ridiculous, bro. And then when you're getting ready to look for the reversal, you know how many people that got like wicked out right here? Like, let me see if I can drop down to a lower time frame so y'all can really see it. You know how many people that and it's still not even gonna show up. Like, you know, people that literally probably had like sell limits right here, got wicked out. People that had entered sales too early and then took off for buys instead, right? But not being patient enough to wait. Like, let the market do its thing, right? If you catch it when it happened, like down here, cool. You caught your entry here during London session, then you riding out during New York, perfect. But if not, be patient and just wait for it to really show you that it's slowing down. I never enter sales early when the market is still like moving like this. I wait till it start, consolidating, till it start like really showing that it's slowing down. We start seeing those bearish candles. When I start seeing candles like this, this is when I'm entering off of these trades. Or if I'm not entering here, when I see it pull back, and I know for a fact, like, all right, it's a chance this is not gonna like break this level. If it do, okay, I'm gonna enter my buy, I'm gonna take it back up. If not, I know that the overall trend is still what? That's sell. So now we went from uptrend to a downtrend because when news come out, when it's something crazy like that, it likes to it's called price correct. Like it want to correct market correction. It got to go back to where the price actually took off from, just to make sure that it actually confirms that it's ready for the uptrend. And as you can see, once the market actually came back down, boom, it gave you that recess back to where that price area that started the buy trend. So like this kind of stick right here, I'm looking based off of this level, right? This is what started that buy. And then what happened? It started consolidating around this price. Okay, you're not really ready to go for the buy. Start consolidating, people entering buying seconds, reversing. Cool, you caught about 50 to 100 pips. Perfect. I love it. Great. Shout out to my scalpers. Perfect move, right? And then you can capitalize off the real move, because right here is a hidden gem. This is a retest area, so you understanding that. And for me, I make my retest levels orange. But yeah, so what you understanding that, you know that when it starts rejecting this price, that's why. Boom. So every time it comes here, rejection, enter. Rejection, enter again. And then now you're caught in consolidation. And then that takes us until Wednesday. I think Wednesday was pretty chill. I lied. Wednesday, you had unemployment claims for AED, but that's 7:30. We talking about doing our time, doing London. I mean, doing New York session for the most part. So 2 p.m. USD news once again. Let's see what happened. I think this is around the time it may have been at my friend. I think, where is it? This is why I need my lines. This is Monday. This is Tuesday. Tuesday was what we was already talking about. Wednesday, we got the consolidation, chilling, and then Thursday. Wednesday was wild too, but look, you see how the market shows you where it wants to go, like the levels that's looking out for it. So this is the same support level from Monday, right? Boom, and then before I even get there, let me move these arrows so y'all can see. Let's say if I wanted to move this on up. So this is the first area. The main real support level is right in here. So look, when it broke out of here, I can see why everybody's entering sales. But then Wednesday was literally one of them days like SPS was milking it. Like it was doing too much. It kept pulling back, entering, pulling back, like pulling back. Just kept wicking back, not really showing that it's ready for the downtrend, ready for a reverse. So it was one of those days where I don't even think I traded SPS for real that day. Like I may have called a trade, I don't remember. Like I gave them the setup, but me personally, I'm like, I don't really care for this, cause like, ew, like, look how it's looking. Full bull take off, full bear take off. Like what? You don't know what you're doing. You're literally chilling in a big old zone, undecisive. And I'm not about to be in the middle of this until you really show me what the overall move is. I'm not touching you for real unless you break out of my zone levels, and that's what I look for in situations like this. I don't even use my MA as my copy strategy. I don't use it when it's doing like stuff like that. I wait. But Thursday, excuse me, we go to Thursday. This is when all the negative news came out. Once again, retails negative, Empire State Manufacturing Index negative. And actually, if you're in my academy, you watching this video, I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna go in depth on these categories and like why are they important and stuff. I'm gonna start doing more research on that too. Because the more you understand why news are important, the more you can adapt to like how your trading goal will be. Just like how I taught y'all in my earlier videos about unemployment claims and how to like use that to your advantage, is the same principle. So like even though this is positive, that didn't mean nothing, because all these negative news will outweigh unemployment claims alone, right? And that's what led to the overall trend being a downtrend for the rest of the night. For what, not night, but the rest of the night too, but for the rest of the week, like overall downtrend. Literally was an overall downtrend after those news drops. And this is doing London session. London session started it. Boom. Then you get to New York. Then it does that little consolidation thing that SPS does. I guess I really wish y'all really understood like how simple it is to trade this. I don't know if it's complicated. I don't know if it's because I've been like, mind you guys, I do have 4 years in the game now. But it's like, sheesh. So simple, bro. Consolidation. Cool. You broke out. Boom. Sell. Like, if you would have caught doing another session, that's a pro. Boom. You're already at 450 pips. Swinging it all the way through when the news happened. 1,200 pips. Holding it all the way to Friday. 1,700 pips. If you didn't catch this entry and you just caught it during your session after the news came, cool. Still, 1,100 pips. Like, really was a crazy downtrend move. And I'm glad I remember, because I was about to tell you guys this. Last year in 2022, SPX, really all the indices, but SPX in particular, started in a downtrend. Right? It started off a downtrend going into the new year. So I'm going to zoom out so y'all can see. This is 2022. It started 2022. We got, this is literally what happened. Like, look, head and shoulders in December. Look, this is the highest it has ever been. It has not been this high since. Head and shoulders in December. Got us a little fake zone here. This is a beautiful time to trade, bro. Got us a fake zone. Finally broke out. Once it broke out, we have never seen it come back to this price in this area. Like, look. Just look at your chart. Look. This is the highest it's ever been. We have not seen this in 2022 at all. Literally dropped. Downtrend. Overall trend is a downtrend. You got these pullbacks. Shout out to my cat members that know about the measurements and understanding the pullback measurements. Got these big old pullbacks that's happening. Right? But the overall trend is what? Still a downtrend. Like, it has not broke this trend line, right? It's still overall a downtrend market. We got us a pullback. Once again, another pullback. I almost put y'all hip to something. Another pullback. Another overall downtrend. We got us a pullback. Boom. Right? Now, overall downtrend. And if I'm really about to show y'all measurements. We can, if you want an idea how much of a pullback is gonna be, there you go. I'm not gonna say this all gonna happen at once, because obviously you see with these downtrend moves, it is heavy pullbacks. It's still 2,000, 1,000 pullbacks. You feel me? But when that downtrend really happens, it's taking off. So that's what I'm kind of like expecting. Overall trend potentially be a downtrend. We knew, right? We have an understanding that holidays come up, so the spending is gonna go up, right? But we also understand that we're heading into the recession. Realistically, like, you gotta prepare for it. So with that knowledge comes great responsibility. Hence why I was talking about in that one video that I dropped up until midnight. You feel me? So what am I looking for now? Me personally, we gotta figure out where the support level is. We may get lucky, right? We might get lucky. So these will be the areas I'm looking at for sell areas. Obviously, this will be my most ideal one back here. I told you I'm gonna give y'all setups. This another one, but it's already the same thing that we saw here in December. It's getting close to that time where this is like one of those key levels that it pushed back, that last push up before the overall trend be down. But it doesn't matter. Like in my signature chart, y'all know we still catching these buy pullbacks, we still catching these buy moves, but always keep in mind what the potential overall trend is, and we'll know for sure depending on these levels. Just pay attention. Pay attention to the areas. If it's rejecting, if it's pushing up. Like if it decides to push back up above 4160, then we might have us an uptrend going into from like the first quarter of the year. But I know there's a lot to take in right now to really understand like the overall trend, because on the day-to-day you could just trade it when it's just being volatile on the day-to-day. But when you really understand on the higher time frame how the higher time frame works, it gives you like a good idea of what to really look for in the market. So hopefully I provided some value with that, man. I'm gonna leave y'all with just that gem. Like I said, the academy plus the ceiling shot, 750. Yeah, I'm telling you now, you might want to plug in now. That's all I'm gonna say. You might want to plug in now. If you can afford the EA bot and get access to the automation bot, I would highly advise you do that. You have a lot of things in store. There's a lot of things coming in the markets, and I want y'all to really be prepared for what's about to get ready to happen. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. The next update probably be either the ETMO or whatever crazy video idea that somebody sends me in DM asking, hey, can you go over this? And then I'll just decide depending on how much it is. But yeah, man, peace out.